Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm your bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress.
Welcome back. I'm right here at Deux Trois, the 35th anniversary, and I'm here with the musical director of this new Broadway production, End of the Rainbow, and it's going to be opening up tomorrow evening, and you're all excited about that, right?
We are. Extraordinary. It's an extraordinary production, a beautiful play by Peter Quilter, and beautifully directed by Terry Johnson, who had directed the recent revival of La Cage aux Folles, for which he won a Tony Award. And the most amazing thing is the star of the show, Tracy Bennett, who you will hear a lot of superlatives about this woman from now on, I promise. She is amazing. She's a force of nature and an honor to work with. And me and the orchestra and the rest of the cast, it's been a thrill for us, a complete thrill. But you'll find out as soon as you see the play. I hope you get a chance to see it.
I will definitely love to come see this play. Now, I want you to tell my audience, how long have you been working on Broadway?
Wow.
Many years, I would think.
A lot of years, since the early 80s. I worked on several productions back then. My first of several Kander and Ebb shows was The Rink with Chita Rivera and Liza Minnelli. And I got to work from there. I got to work on shows like Sunday in the Park with George, Stephen Sondheim, and The Fantastics, the long-running off-Broadway show. That was my first show.
Fantastic play, The Fantastics. That really was some play.
Yeah, so I've been very blessed, and more recently did the long run of Chicago, and got to do some conducting on Sister Act, which was also an amazing experience. So I've been very blessed, very blessed. Got to conduct the last year of the original production of Into the Woods, and I composed a musical called Time After Time with Stephen Cole. Hopefully, eventually that'll come to Broadway. But right now, End of the Rainbow is my complete life.
Broadway tomorrow night is opening night, April 2nd, right here on 44th Street.
Yes. Please come. Please tell your friends. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing piece of work.
Where can we go to find out more information on the internet? Where can we buy tickets? Does it have a website?
Oh, absolutely. It's got its own website, endoftherainbow.com probably. Or I think it's endoftherainbowbroadway.com. But we open tomorrow, and so hopefully the critics will be kind.
I hope so, and good luck. As we say in show business, break a leg.
Thank you.
Right?
Thanks so much. It's really lovely to meet you. Thank you so much.
And we'll be back in a moment with more celebrity interviews right here at Deux Trois for their 35th anniversary. Big champagne kisses. their 35th anniversary, and I'm here with actress and model Debbie Dickinson. And Debbie has a lot to say about tonight's event because she coordinated this wonderful event, and she brought all these wonderful stars together under one roof in this very famous restaurant to celebrate the 35th anniversary. Debbie, what a pleasure to talk to you. I had so much fun tonight. It was an amazing event.
Well, first of all, I always commend you because you have the most beautiful outfit in the entire room tonight.
You really think so?
You look amazing. You just know how to put it together, and we just launched the Voice of Fashion radio show tonight, which is exciting, right in the middle of Café Deux Trois. 35 years. I came here in 1977 as a baby model with stars in my eyes, and since then you have interviewed all the stars in the business, and I think that's a pretty impressive.
Hundreds of celebrities I've been, and I keep interviewing more and more. It keeps growing. It just keeps growing.
So here's a star sitting here right in the middle of Café Deux Trois. You know, I've done a lot of movies, I've done tons of Vogue covers and editorial, but now
How many Vogue covers were you on? Tell my audience, how many Vogue covers were you on?
More than 24.
That many?
Yeah.
And that's including your Italian Vogue, French Vogue,
I have a shed in Florida with my editorial pictures, and I have a storage unit here in New York City, and I have a whole huge wall in my living room here of the work that I've done. But we're working on a memoir, and that's going to take some time because I'm taking my real time, sweet time with it. But right now, I'm talking about Café Deux Trois right now. For the reason being is we just lit the birthday cake, and George and Gerard were pretty instrumental early in my career because, hey, a model has to eat, right?
Absolutely.
And this was the place that I used to come to get sustenance. You know, I'd work really long hours in the studio, and here comes a glass of champagne for Cognac here.
Champagne, thank you.
Because it's champagne bubbles for a champagne kind of gal. And I've got the dessert. This is the real anniversary cake that was just brought out with all the 35 candles on it that the chef Luis Gonzalez.
That's some cake. I gain weight just looking at it.
Well, all the years of model starving, I eat dessert these days, and I love it. But right now, Gerard Blanes and Georges Ganancia, they started as partners. They had the Café Zinc before that for 7 years down on Wayne Street in Tribeca, and that was the origin of the first restaurant nightclub feel of dining. And then when they opened the brasserie here, this was really technically the first Parisian brasserie in New York City. So this past 4 decades of food celebrations were January, February, March, and now we're launching a new food trend. But in 70s was January, where we had health food. We did health food specials, where everybody would roll out of Studio 54, and they want to get healthy from all the dancing and drugs they're doing. So we fed them here at the Café Deux Trois. So we brought the specials from the 70s. 80s was tall towers of food, and raw fish came into the picture. And then for March, we had Provençal, all of the Mediterranean foods. So tonight, everybody from all walks of life, from all those years came together. We had entertainers, we had designers. Everybody was world class in what they did.
Everybody that loves Deux Trois came to celebrate the 35th anniversary because it truly is a very special place, and it brings back very fond memories of their days when they were struggling artists, and now they've made it. Now they are where they want to be, and this is like a home to them.
Gerard said the nicest thing tonight. He said, you know, I came to New York with the American dream, and now I have a little bit more of the American dream. So it's really putting things in perspective, how humble they are, and they've had a huge success with this restaurant. But still, they've shared so much with so many people. And tonight we have Jeff Saber that's opening a Broadway show tomorrow night. We had Robert Klein come in here tonight. We had supermodels, and I saw a lot of my colleagues. I had a really great time.
I certainly had the best time, and I really enjoyed myself dining on escargot and pink champagne. Mais oui. Fabulous. I want you to tell my audience, out of everything that you've eaten at Deux Trois, do you have a favorite dish here that you recommend to all my audience when they do come here to see a Broadway Broadway show? What should they eat?
Depending on what you like to eat, but what my personal favorites are the crepes. I love the crepes. They have a Peking duck crepe. They have a bechamel crepe with spinach and mushrooms. It's so great. And they have a crepe Suzette. But also the quiches are wonderful. The ossobuco and the beef bourguignon is really delicious. Steak au poivre, steak frite, they're very classic dish they're known for. Pâté, soupe à l'oignon, which is onion soup. And they have all, you have to come and check it out. It's a late riser menu. If you come in from Europe, you're
And
going
the
to love it.
owners will hook you up and feed you so that you're going to burst. But I must tell you, I had the best time, and I want you to tell my audience, where can we go online to find out more about the restaurant?
You got to go to cafeundeuxtrois.com and come on down to 123 West 44th Street between 6th and 7th Avenue in Times Square. It's the perfect place before theater and when theater is going on. The great place to get a table in New York City. That's a best kept secret in New York City. Between theater time, 8 to 10 is perfect.
Tell my audience your website, darling. Where can they go to find out more information about you?
My website right now is with the Café en Deux Trois because I'm redoing it. We're coming out with a radio show, and we'll keep you posted on it.
Tell my audience about your Facebook page.
Oh, my Facebook, Debbie Dickinson? Okay, you got to check it out, okay?
Debbie Dickinson. We'll be back in a moment, darlings, right here with more celebrities and more food and more champagne and more cake. Keep watching, darlings. More interviews coming up. Big champagne kisses. Give me a kiss. More interviews coming up. Big champagne kisses.
Hello, darlings. You've all heard of Marilyn Monroe. Some of you know Bridget Bardot. Well, now it's time for the Cognac show. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh. I said Cognac, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm a bubbly blonde, fabulously dressed to impress. One of a kind girl. This has been a Crybaby Productions, darlings.